My favorite thing about this build is that it takes care of those pesky little ankle biters, which I think are honestly the most dangerous enemies in the game, as well as you can just frenzy your way through all of like the ghosts and all those type of enemies, the specters, the ones that fly around in the air, immune to physical and stuff. You just don't really have to worry about immune to physical anymore. You can just frenzy your way through it. You don't even have to use berserk on them. Only downside is the slain enemies rest in peace. If you want to hork them, you're not going to be able to do that. But when I'm running around frenzy really fast, I really just want to cut through the enemies and run around. What I noticed is using this in addition to having your mercenary using a Reaper's Toll, you're going to have decrep on the bosses pretty much all the time. This isn't going to be really useful in Ubers having a mercenary in general, I don't think, because your mercenary is probably going to die to archers or something, some type of missile enemy. But in terms of everywhere within the regular game, especially on Players 1, I think this is a really cool build. I think that the Sanctuary aura from the Lawbringer is kind of overlooked, and I think that its ability to deal with certain types of enemies that otherwise would be a little bit pesky is the best. I think that's the best thing about it. And then when you come against bosses, the decrep is really helpful as well. I've used Lawbringer before in the past, but I never used it in conjunction with Last Wish, and I think that the combination of Lawbringer with Last Wish as well as Fortitude is just really helpful. So here goes some gameplay of that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll put up all the gear at the end of the video so you can see what I used. It's everything that I used in the previous video, except for a Lawbringer instead of a Death Colossus Blade. Everybody have a great day. I may actually benefit more if I switch the Wisp Projector over to a Carrion Wind Ring, simply to get those little twister procs so that I can just stun the enemies even more than the hits blind target from the Last Wish. Let me know what you guys think about that, or if you've tried that before. The decrep is also slowing them down, so it would just be like really weakening the enemy's ability to hurt you between the blinding the target, between the decrep and the twisters and stuff. I think that might actually be better than the chain lightning and stuff, because really the Wisp Projector is probably most beneficial against Uber Mephisto. Also, essentially, Decrepify is about half as effective as Amplified Damage in terms of increasing your damage output to the enemy, but it's also making them move half speed, so it's kind of like a safety thing in addition to a increasing kill speed. For my next video, I think I'm going to get back into some more magic finding, show you some highlights. I don't know if I'm going to do something based on a specific area or if it's just going to be random highlights.